What's going on, guys and gals? My name is NekoFluttershy, and welcome to a video. So, the last video I made was about Nintendo and how shitty they are, how scummy they are. Now, again, I love their products. They got a lot of good systems out there, games and whatever. They pioneered stuff. They did what they were supposed to do in the gaming universe, but now they're becoming a total sack of shit. Now, in the last video, I talked a little bit about what they're doing, and, little FYI, total shit. They're ceasing and insisting people because and also the reason why they did the whole etiquette thing was because of the word Joy-Con. They ceased and desisted that because of the word Joy-Con. And, the brands and stuff. But if you want to see that video, that's the last video I made before this video. So, yeah, let's just get into it. This is the fucking sequel, and sequel's never as good, but who cares? And, okay. So, where do I begin? So, again, to recap, Nintendo is doing a whole bunch of things that they should never be doing. One of those things is ceasing and desisting everything. And one of those things is... apparently, I didn't even know this was a thing until I watched a few videos on it, like Optimus again and whatever. And one of the things is hashtag free Smash or free Melee, whatever. Basically, what that is people were holding a tournament for Super Smash Bros. Melee. A game that's almost 20, if not is 20 years old. It's fucking ancient by now. Almost as old as I am. If not, maybe it's a little bit younger. I don't know when the game came out. So, they were gonna do a tournament online, because of modding and stuff like that. They were able to do some things online, have tournaments for Smash Bros. Melee, and overall have a good time, right? Wrong. Nintendo stepped up and being like, you know what? Yeah, you're having a tournament for Melee. We don't like that. We're gonna fucking cease and desist your ass. And that's what they did. And Splatoon, they did something for Splatoon 2 that did the exact same thing. They ceased and desist that. Now let me ask you a fucking important question, Nintendo. Why are you doing this? Why the fuck are you doing so much stupid shit? What the fuck did we ever do to you? And, one thing I failed to mention in the last video, but I'm going to mention here, is the fanboys of Nintendo. Now, I'm a fanboy, yes. I love Nintendo. I love the products, like I said. I love their games, and they're innovative and stuff like, they're innovative. They do good things, like make game consoles. But that doesn't mean you should... I'm not as hardcore a fanboy as these people are. So on Twitter, there's all these people supporting Nintendo for what they're doing, which is fucking stupid. Alright? Like, why are you supporting a company in general, not just Nintendo, but a company in general, who, who's being an asshole? Like, Nintendo is being a complete fucking sack of shit right now. Because... and like I said before in the last video, if I were Nintendo, I would proudly support the people that were making, and selling Joy-Con stuff because of some awareness, And, none of these things were being a problem to the brand. If anything, they were going to help the brand as well. And, I made a little bit of that point in the last video. But this video, I'm going in a little bit more. The problem with Nintendo is I think they're on some fucking drugs, man. They're high as shit. Because if you think about it, no sane person or company, no competent company would be doing these things. There would be no company out there that would do these things normally. If I were any company and I saw my brand being used to promote something, even if it was third party, and I saw my brand basically being used to support something that was good, you know, like mental health awareness and suicide prevention and things like that. I would be all for that. Hell, I would help them. I'd be like, hey, you know what? Hey, here's a few $1,000s. You know, I'll give you some money, and I'll buy some of your products while I'm at it. You know. And yeah, I would help them. I would support them. And that's something Nintendo should be doing right now. That's what they should have done, except fuck around. They should not have fucked around like they did. They should not be ceasing and desisting everything. I don't give a shit what your intellectual property is or are. I don't fucking care. You are doing something completely fucking stupid. Now, and my message to all the fanboys out there that think that what Nintendo is doing is okay. You're about as fucking dumb as a sack of shit having sex with a turquoise chicken. You have no clue what you're doing. You think that Nintendo is going to nominate you for Person of the Year or something? You think you're going to be recognized by Nintendo just because you stick up to them? No, that's not what's going to happen. Nintendo is shitting all over their fan base. And no matter if you're for Nintendo on this subject matter, if you're against Nintendo on this subject matter, it makes no difference. You are getting shit on just the same. Okay? If you make products to help people in need, you get fucked over. You make ROM hacks that may potentially help sales for Nintendo, you're fucked up. You know, you're gonna get a cease and desist. You do a tournament for an almost 20-year-old game, if not an exactly 20-year-old game, you're getting fucked over. You know, you're getting another cease and desist. Like, Nintendo, I think they stopped caring about people. Now, I don't know if this is all Nintendo, like Nintendo of America and Japan and Europe, but, I mean, I'm pretty sure, maybe, most likely, Shigeru Miyamoto himself would not have a problem with these things. Miyamoto would be like, you know what? I like what you're doing. You're helping people in need, and, you know, you're being good and giving back to the community and things like that. And, you know, honestly, for most people, if I was doing something like this, where I was selling Joy-Cons or Joy-Con sleeves or whatever the case is, most people would be doing it for their own gain. They wouldn't be doing it to help people out. They would be taking all the money and running. They wouldn't be, you know, helping people out that need it. They wouldn't be doing these things. So basically, it takes encouragement, and it takes a lot of goodwill and power to do something this good. Out of the kindness of your own heart, you know, these people were doing what they were, you know, they're supposed to be doing. They're doing some good things for the community, and you know, they're helping people in need. They're helping more people than you could possibly imagine. And Nintendo is just shitting all over these people. And again, to all the people that are, you know, supporting Nintendo for doing these things and are, you know, clapping and supporting them and congratulating them, you're about as dumb and stupid as Nintendo is for doing these things. You're not helping the situation any at all. Because you have no idea what these people were doing to help the community. You don't know what it's like, most likely, to suffer, you know, in depression and pain and shit like that. And, you know, what these people were trying to do, they were trying to help that and help organizations that deal with that kind of thing. Only to have your brand, you know, the brand that you support and you're a diehard fan of, fuck these people over. Does that make any sense to you? Why would you support a corporation like that? There is no reason why anybody at all should support a corporation like that. You know, and you know, it's the same thing where, for me, it's a mixed bag. I despise Nintendo for this, but I love their company as a whole. They make good games, they make good game systems, they make quality content for your family and friends, they make awesome things happen. But they're going too far with this. And again, I'm a hardcore Nintendo fan. I've basically always had a Nintendo console. I grew up with the GameCube, I grew up with the Wii. And I've had a Nintendo system, whether it be handheld or console or whatever, basically most of my entire life. So I'm a fan of Nintendo, I like what they do with the games and shit. But I'm not going to support them this time because of what they're doing. They are fucking over innocent people just because of some trademark. Yeah, and I get it. It's your intellectual property. Do whatever the fuck you want. But doesn't that make you look like a complete fucking dumbass and a jackass and an asshole as a whole? For doing the things that you're doing? By getting rid of tournaments just because of certain things, or that make no sense at all, or you're fucking doing, you're basically power hungry and money hungry. You are ceasing and desisting everything. You're turning into Disney, and that is not a good thing. You should not be anything like Disney. Now, I don't have any problem with Disney, but the problem is that they're turning into Disney. We're ceasing and desisting everything. If they think it's detrimental to their, to their brand, they're gonna fucking take action whether or not it is. You could be doing something as simple as, like making a ROM hack for someone, or basically making, something for people to help them out in times of need, for charity, or for organizations and things like that, and only to get fucked over by Nintendo. It makes no sense as to why they're doing it. It's completely stupid. Nintendo, I really fucking hope you change your mind about all this. I hope you realize how stupid you are and that you're being. Because, and let me paint a little picture for you here. You want people to buy your products, right? You want people to support you, right? You want people to, love you and your products and earn a lot of money, right? Well, by doing the things that you're doing right here, right now, that shit ain't happening. You see, you're making yourself look bad by doing all the things that you're doing. And, in turn, you may be losing sales instead of gaining them. Because you're showing people how much of an asshole you can be to people online. You're basically fucking over your entire fan base. If you try to make ROM hacks and be creative, yeah, cease and desist. If you try to help the community out in any way, shape, or form, you get a cease and desist. If you fucking do this and do that, if you do anything that Nintendo doesn't like, which at this point is fucking anything, ooh boy, you're getting a fucking cease and desist. And it's not right. It's not right. I don't care if your intellectual property is your intellectual property. The fact of the matter is, you need to allow people to do some of these things, because they're not doing it, there's no competition for Nintendo right now. No one else is making Joy-Cons, right? No one else is trademarking that idea. No one else is, doing the things that Nintendo has done or is doing. And Nintendo isn't in any danger at all of, losing money or anything. Well, before all this. Now they might actually, they may actually be fucking themselves over more and more. And like I said, I don't know if it's all of Nintendo or if it's just America, because America's fucked up as it is. But I'm pretty sure if you ask Miyamoto, I'm pretty sure that he himself would help. He would allow you to do these things, and he would actually pitch in and help you. He wouldn't be like all these other assholes saying, oh, no, 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 you can't do this. Oh, here's a cease and desist. Stop doing this now or we will sue you. That's not how things should be. Nintendo, I don't understand your reasoning. I really don't understand. And I know you're protective of your property, but you shouldn't be this fucking protective. And you might be wondering, why am I getting pissed off over something like this? Well, first off, this is a company / brand that I have known and loved for a fucking long ass time. As long as I was like 2 or 3, okay? I grew up with Nintendo hardware. The Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Advance SP, the GameCube, the Wii, the, other game systems that Nintendo had at the time, I grew up on. And I want to get a Nintendo Switch, and I want a Wii U. And playing games like Mario Kart Double Dash, all the time, and things like that. I have mad respect for them. But when they're doing something like this, I am starting to lose said respect for them. Because of how bullshit they're doing things now. And I feel like... And this is another thing. I didn't even realize this was going on when I made the video, but knowing how bad gaming is, and I should make a video now about how bad video gaming is nowadays. Because back in my day, and I know it's gonna be a fucking, oh boy, fucking back in my day story, but back in my day, if someone were to do this sort of thing right now, and help the community out a little bit, I'm sure Nintendo wouldn't have had as much of a problem. They'd be like, yeah, sure, go ahead. If you're helping out people in need, then by all means do it. And hell, let us pitch in a little bit. And there you go. But now, it's like Nintendo is, again, turning into Disney and fucking suing anybody and ceasing and desisting everybody that tries to do anything. And it makes no sense. It really doesn't. I mean, we had problems several years ago, and in some cases we kind of still have problems here on YouTube, where Nintendo, if you broadcasted or showed any footage of Nintendo gameplay, like let's say for example, I was playing Mario Kart Double Dash right here, right now, for this video. Nintendo would copyright claim that shit, which I get. That's fine. I get that because it's their property. They can do what they want. Copyright claim if you wish. I don't care. I understand. But there's a whole issue with people, losing most of their monetization money, which was already very little to begin with because of this. And even if it was under fair use, and they tried to, give Nintendo credit and things like that, that was still a problem. So basically, Nintendo didn't care. All they want is more money. And like any corporation would, right? But, and I get that. However, as a corporation, you need to focus more on the people, not the money. If the people are broadcasting your gameplay, if people are showing gameplay of Super Mario Odyssey or whatever, that's a good thing. Because that will lead, more likely, that will lead to more sales, thus getting you more money. I may not be a business major, I may not know shit about business, but I can fucking tell you the goddamn bare minimum. I can tell you the basics. Basics. Make people happy to get more money. Do the right thing and get more money. If do some charity work. Donate money yourself, Nintendo. Make people see how cool you are. Don't be a complete dickbag like what you're doing right now. Because ultimately it's going to lead into your downfall. And I really do not want to see a company that I have admired for so long just vanish and explode and die because of some shitty decisions that are being made. And I'm pretty sure this is more so a American thing or whatever, because I'm pretty sure Shigeru Miyamoto himself or anybody else that were the original people that used to work at Nintendo, or that still do work at Nintendo. You know, I'm sure people that have worked there for decades and poured their heart and souls into these games and innovation and trying to come up with some cool things for the families and friends and everything, you know, and contributed to the Wii's success. I'm sure these people don't want to lose their jobs, and I'm sure they wouldn't want to see their company that they worked so hard to build up tear down just because of some fucking shitty, poor decisions being made. And ultimately, I really do hope that Nintendo gets their shit together and actually does the right thing in the end. Allow people to have that Smash Brothers tournament that they wanted to do. Allow people to have that tournament for any game in general, okay? If there's a tournament that needs to be had or that people want to do, allow them to do that. If people are doing charity work and all the proceeds are going to, you know, charities and you know, organizations that are designed to help people, you know, allow them to do that. Hell, fucking pitch in and help them. And you know, allow people to be more creative. You know, and if a ROM hack is good enough, maybe hire some people to work for you. Because I have seen some pretty fucking amazing ROM hacks of Nintendo games like, you know, Mario and Zelda and Pokemon. I have seen some fucking amazing ROM hacks that, you know, I think they should end up working for Nintendo because of how good that these games are. And, you know, and overall just do the right thing in the end. And, you know, and again, I love Nintendo, but come on, this is fucking ridiculous. There is no reason Nintendo should be this sour, this fucking assholic during all this. There is no fucking reason Nintendo should be that way. I thought you were better than this, Nintendo. I really highly thought that you were better than this. Just do the right thing in the end, okay? Help people that need help. Allow people to help other people that need help. At this point, it doesn't matter how they do it. You know, that they may use Joy-Cons and things like that for people like Etika or whatever the guy's name was, and things like that. You know, but if it's for charity work, allow them to do it. Because, I mean, you're not in any danger of competition, okay? And even if you were doing some competition, you would come out on top because Nintendo is a highly known brand. Everybody knows what Nintendo is, right? Out of gaming especially, everybody knows what Nintendo is. Most of us, if not all of us, have probably heard the Super Mario Brothers theme song more times than we can count, or at least once in our life. And again, it really sucks. I don't want to see Nintendo go down just because of some shitty decisions that they're making. And I really... I'm fucking disappointed in Nintendo right now. And I just really hope, again, that they do the right thing in the end. That's all that needs to be said. So anyways, guys and gals, that's going to be it for this video. If you like this video, give this video a like. If not, it's fine too. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on the whole damn thing. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon down below to get notified of my future uploads and live streams. And whatever the fuck else that I do. Follow me on Twitch, because I do some live streams on there. And, yeah. So as always, I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, people. and Brohoof. Boom. Just fix your shit, Nintendo. Rise above the rest. Become a better company. Help people that need help. Allow people to help each other.